Hi, Mike. Can you look over here, please, Mike?
Hey, it's your buddy Mike Messier here. About to adjust my hair. There you go. That looks good. How about that? Whoa, all right. So, what's this Messier moment all about? Well, first of all, I want to dedicate the Messier moment. I want to dedicate this for the first time, a dedication to a couple ladies you probably never met and may never meet unless you get down to the Philadelphia area if they're still there, as that shine tax them and me. That's a photograph going back quite some years, and it's Diane and Mary. Diane and Mary were hair and makeup for a movie I was in called Hard Luck, Mario Van Peebles' film. Mario directed New Jack City. Hard Luck had Louise Guzman and Wesley Snipes and Sybil Shepherd. So why am I mentioning that? Because my thought today is that the hair and makeup people, your DP, your editor, your production assistants, people in catering, these are the people that make and break your film. This is the backbone of your universe when you're making a film. If you're an actor, these are the people that are going to make you look good. If you're a director, these are the people that are going to accomplish for you what you can't do yourself. You can't run around and do hair and makeup. You can't shoot unless you're a DP and director. You can't do both. And so these people are awesome. And Mary and Diane, I found this framed photograph, and I thought that this framed photograph was kind of sitting in a drawer in the Zen Den apartment. And why is it sitting in a drawer? Why is it not hanging on the wall with photos from my life? You know what I mean? So like this little shtickamadoo back here of a little collage of the Hard Luck experience, which you can find on YouTube and USA Network. But I'm going to hang this photo on the wall, and I'm very proud of it. So Mary and Diane, if you're somehow watching this, it's a little shout out to you. So here's some theories and representations of thoughts for this Messier moment. People who you think are your friends might be holding you back. People who you think are your friends might be holding you back. It's a very harsh, very raw, very almost mean statement to make. But it's not that they're not your friends. It's just that they may not see in you what is developing, what is there. It's all psychological stuff, but they might be constricting their opinions on you and your talents due to what you were doing when you were 5 years old, when you were 13 years old, 15 years old. You know what I mean? So the fact that you are moving up in the business or in your life, no matter what you're doing, your friends might be prejudging you based on how they see you from the past. So sometimes you got to shake those shackles, burn those cobwebs, and any other metaphor you want to make. Move on from those opinions, even if it's your family. You know what I mean? So this gets into the whole shickamadoo, mother culture, all that good stuff. Get a psychology book, take a class. But the bottom line is, don't let other people's opinions hold you back. And I saw the movie Pursuit of Happiness on the BET network or the BET network today, and the movie, Will Smith says that to his son in the movie, and yada yada shtickamadoo. So the next thing I want to say is I want to talk about Led Zeppelin for a moment, just for the heck of it. They were not my favorite band when I was a youth, and then I caught on to the fact that they are pretty good, and all of their songs, their body of work for this band Led Zeppelin, is essentially one giant poem. And the poem is about a guy who's going through his life. He's lonely. He wants to meet a woman. He goes through some harlots and some shtickamadoo women, and then he finds the perfect girl for about a week, and then he loses her, and then he spends the rest of his life trying to find her back. And, that's pretty much the movies, or the song. And I just wanted to share that because that's a theory I have. Now, a film theory I have, and this is going to get a little controversial, so I'm going to take off my glasses and look you dead in the eye. The Big Daddy theory. Now, this could be controversial, so we're going to discuss it honestly and appropriately, the best I can. What I've noticed in the local scene is that, and this local scene might be a microcosm for any scene that you're in, where you might be watching the industry insiders. I'm kind of mumbling and stumbling because it's early in the morning. 7-Eleven, as a matter of fact. It just happens to be 7-Eleven in the morning. And what is the Big Daddy theory? Well, essentially, and I'm nervous even talking about this a little bit because I don't want to break branches or whatever, or burn bridges. And so the Big Daddy theory goes like this. For every independent film, there is a director. And the director is like the Big Daddy. The Big Daddy kind of manipulates and controls everybody in the situation and so forth. When I say manipulate, that's not in a bad way. The Big Daddy does his job, or her job. Now, the actors are kind of like the children. And the crew is kind of like the nephews and nieces. And everyone's running around trying to accommodate and please the Big Daddy. Now, if you work for the same Big Daddy enough, you really feel this bond and this tie and this connection to the Big Daddy, and you will defend your Big Daddy to the day you die. If someone else in the local scene or whatever shits on your Big Daddy and says, well, your Big Daddy is not a very good director, or they did this to me, or yada yada, they won't give me an audition, then you will defend your Big Daddy. Now, at the same time, you're going to bitch and whine and complain about your own Big Daddy all the time, much like a child will do about their parent or parents. So the Big Daddy theory is controversial because then he gets into a whole psychological thing. Hey, I got my daddy, I got my parent, I got, you're not my dad. Well, yeah, but the reality is that is the situation. So as the Big Daddy, male or female, if you're an independent film director, you have to care and treat your family with respect and love, a lot of love. You might have your own little thoughts, like, oh my God, these people are driving me apeshit. But the reality is you've got to love them. Whether you do or not, you've got to show your love by attending their events and treating them nicely and giving them words of encouragement. Now, if you don't want to do that, you're not the type of director that I am. Or you're not the type of director that you could be. Maybe you're a hard ass. Maybe you're cold as ice. But that is not the Big Daddy. The Big Daddy is a warm, friendly, loving shtick. You see what I'm saying? So now that's raw and controversial. Now I know you might be out there thinking, oh, Messier's a fuck. But guess what? It's true. So the next thing, not that I'm a fuck, but the Big Daddy theory is totally accurate. And I'll take it with me. Now the next thing I'm going to wrap up with, if I do wrap up, is the gold in the backyard. What is the gold in the backyard? It's a story that I've heard, maybe you've heard it, and I'm probably going to slaughter it. It might have been oil, it might have been diamonds or jewelry, but basically there was a individual, a rich guy, or a rich woman, I'm trying to be very politically correct, who was running around the whole country looking for gold, or looking for oil, or looking for schmaltz. And then he discovered that when he was close to death, and he started to build his own plot in his backyard to die in, to be buried in, he discovered that in that plot, of which they were going to bury his soul, his body, they discovered oil, or gold, in his own backyard. So basically, the point of the story is, I am the gold. I am the oil in the backyard, of which I will be buried in. And what that means is, you could be running around, looking around, but you are your own gold. You are your own oil. You are your own precious commodity. So treat yourself with respect. Remember that Led Zeppelin's a good band. The Big Daddy theory might piss you off, but it's true. And you are the gold in your own backyard. And once again, this Messier moment was dedicated to my friends from back when, Mary and Diane, the hair and makeup people. Always treat your crew and cast with respect. They are your family, and that's it for the Messier moment, number 4. Number 5 is coming up, number 6, number 7, and hopefully we're going to have some very special footage from my buddy David Gear and his secret film. So let's wait for that. Thanks to Russell Shippey for producing this, and my buddy Chris Boylston for working on future and past Messier moments. And I'm going to wrap up. Thanks to Junior Hepburn for getting me involved, and all the industry insiders. You got to watch all our vlogs because they're all important and worth watching. Thank you very much. Mike Messier, MikeMessier.com.
Hi, Mike. Can you look over here, please, Mike?